Hello everyone, so this is video number 2 in the mini series Ansible backup server. So if you followed my first video about this topic, I've talked about the hardware that I used, the software that I used, and also how I configured the hypervisor on which the backup server itself, CentOS Stream 10 VM is living. So in this video I will talk about the CentOS Stream 10 configuration, and yeah, let's start. So first thing that I've done, I have started by generating SSH public key, because I used that key and sent it to all the devices that I will run playbooks on. So for example, I'm sending I have a playbook that will create backups from different Proxmox nodes, and I've done the SSH pub key so that I do not need to use a password, so that I can communicate, so that Ansible can communicate without passwords with the machines in a secure way. So this is the first thing that I've done. I generated the pub key and I pushed it to the VMs. If you don't know how to do that, I do have similar videos, but I've done it for Xen servers, so you can check out another video of mine on how to do that. The next step, of course, I installed Ansible. I used the default documentation directly from Ansible, and I installed it only for one user. So I installed it for user 01. The root does not see the Ansible installation, so it's not system wide. I used a user-based installation. Again, I've done several videos on how to install it, also on CentOS 9, I believe, also on Fedora servers. The steps are identical, so the steps on how to install it on the CentOS 10 is identical to my video on installing it on a Fedora server 42. So you can check out that video from me and repeat those steps. They are identical. Okay, so Ansible, we talked about Ansible. Next thing that I've done, I've installed NFS-utils and Chiefs-utils, because as I already said in the first video of this series, 2 backup jobs will be to connect to a different Linux machine and obtain some files from there. But if I think about it, I did not use NFS-utils there. Nevertheless, I used NFS Chiefs to connect to map on Windows Share, and this is why I installed it. So one of the playbooks will connect to an Windows Share and grab some files. In my case, it will grab my entire documentation, and the other playbook that connects to an Ansible server, it will copy all the playbooks that I'm working on every day. And yeah, I've mounted it persistent. Let's go and check it out. If you followed my my other video. This is a nice example to see the difference between mounting on physical disk and mounting on share in etc FSTab. So this one is mounting on share, an NFS share. So let's go to my VM. So this is the backup server. I just want to show you how it looks in FSTab. etc FSTab. Come on, FSTab. Okay, so this is a persistent mount of the share compared to a persistent mount of a disk. So cat etc FSTab. So a persistent mount of a disk is like this, by using the UID of the disk. And here, if we mount a share, we no longer use any UIDs. We actually use the full path of the share. So the IP of the NFS server and the path to the shared directory, and of course the directory where you mounted on your system. So not cdll, so I mounted it on MNT backup. And here are several directories that contain the backups that I will show you in the next videos how I've done them. So in the VMs, I'm backing up VMs, complete VMs. In the playbooks, I'm backing up playbooks and bash scripts and everything that I use on a different Ansible node. And the docs, I'm just taking those from a Windows 11 PC where I have all my documentation. So 3 jobs that are being done by this backup server. So we went through the mounting. I've also joined the Linux to the domain, and I also enabled RDP. I don't really use the GUI interface, but yeah, it's a nice thing to have. So this one, so that you can also connect, since CentOS Stream 10 comes with a nice GUI interface. Why shouldn't we use it if we need it? Yeah, sorry, hit enter. Yeah, the configuration here in to be able to use RDP and also to use it with MobaXterm. I've done one or 2 configuration changes. So here under options, under remote desktop, you need to enable the remote login and also provide a user and a password. I used the same user and password that I used to connect to the VM, to the Linux. And here in the MobaXterm, I've configured this setting. Where is it? Nevertheless, I've done another video just to show you these actions, so you can check out, you can find it in my other videos. I've done the same thing to show just this action. And of course you need to enable the firewall, but you will see it on my other video. Okay, so let's go to the next thing. So we've enabled, we joined the domain, joined to the domain firewall. I won't show it, you can see it in another video. The joining to the domain I didn't do through CLI. I used the cockpit. How is it? 192.168.2. yeah. So user 01 password. And here on the first page, you have this option, so join domain. Oh, I forgot to rejoin it. Yeah, let's join it now. Good practice. So it's testlab.com. The administrator is this one, and the password, but I don't believe I need the domain in the front. Connected, join. And this should be a smooth process. We shouldn't have any errors. Yeah, it's joined to the domain. So this was very easy. This is also installed by default. After you install it, you just need to type your IP address and port 9090, and you will get access to this nice web console. Okay, so this is done. Let's go to the next thing. Yeah, one additional thing that I've done, I have given the user 01 the power to use sudo without requesting, without the need to type the password when it has to mount and unmount a share, because in my playbooks I use mount and unmount a lot, and even if you are an admin, you are not allowed to do mounts. You always need the sudo password, and I've done that through this command. So sudo vi sudo, and I will show you in a little bit how that looks like. Sudo vi sudo, yes, password. Okay, so I went down to the bottom of this config file, and I just added this line, and I also commented rsync I need to delete, because I also added rsync but I didn't use it. So user 01 all equals all no pass, so this means that it can do a mount and unmount without the sudo password, and this comes in handy when you have to do mounts and unmounts without the need of using a password. So this is one thing that I've done. No, quit, and okay, and I believe we are done for this video. Let me check. So we've done this. Yeah, and I also installed Wake on LAN. I had to use the Python to install it, because I couldn't find it anywhere in the repositories. So let me go to, so this is the CentOS cat OS OS release etc OS etc OS. Come on. So it's a CentOS 10, and I've searched for sudo dnf info wall, because I found it like this in the Fedora server, and I could install it like this, but or wake LAN, and I couldn't find it, and yeah, I installed it via Python, because you can also use wake on LAN during playbook executions. For example, if you will back up something from a different Ansible node and that node is not on, and you have configured wake on LAN for it, you can just send a packet with wake on LAN and type the MAC address. So it's that easy. So just type the MAC of your server, and yeah, it will wake it up, and you can easily implement this in a task. So you can, with a task, you can check if that host is online, and if it's not, you can power it on with wake on LAN. So this is something that I installed. I did not use it in the playbooks that I will show you, but it's there, and if I need it, I can use it. So this was it. This was the actual backup server configurations that I've done. And in the next video, we will check out how we can send messages to Discord, and how I'm using that application from my mobile phone to send wake on LAN packets. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you liked this type of video, and yeah, don't miss out that other video, because it is very interesting. It is very nice to be able to send, and it is very easy to send those messages. Thank you for watching.